just wanted to take a moment and try and play this song. I can't promise that.
These are the 20 Taylor Swift facts you didn't know. And at number 20, Taylor Swift's cat Olivia Benson is worth over $97 million. Not only it makes her the richest cat on the planet, but she's worth double than Travis Kelce.
Middle cat, Detective Olivia Benson, is a really photogenic cat.
No, she is. I mean, check this out.
Really special.
Wow.
And these $97 million isn't just a random number, this is how she's actually worth. Olivia Benson is also Taylor's best friend, and she even appeared in a bunch of TV commercials with her.
So bad that you... Ugh, look what you made me do.
I absolutely did not make you do that. Good question. Come on.
And not only Taylor owns a $97 million cat, but she also spent $40 million on something you will never believe. Because in 2015, right before the 1989 World Tour, Taylor bought a $40 million insurance for her legs. People thought it's ridiculous when a musician spends such money on the leg insurance. Like Messi's left foot is insured for almost $1 billion. But for an artist like Taylor, this is the first case in history. People that are close to Taylor said that this insurance protects Taylor from absolutely any kind of injuries she can potentially get. Even crazier thing is that Taylor extended this insurance in 2020 and will probably do the same in 2025. But what if I told you that Taylor Swift and Travis Kelce were never supposed to be together? Their first date was a nightmare for Travis, and he said many times that he was very disappointed. Their first ever interaction was during the Eras tour when Travis tried to sneak his phone number to Taylor by giving her a friendship bracelet. This plan was beyond crazy, and it obviously failed. Later, Travis said on a podcast that he was very disappointed this day. But next time he got to meet Taylor Swift in person, he was disappointed even more, because turns out Taylor Swift doesn't say a single word before and after her concerts, because she simply saves her voice for the 44 songs she performs every time. They started hanging out right after that day and spent a crazy amount of time together.
I don't know how the I did it.
Well, you did it because you said you called around on
no,
multimedia
100%.
platform.
I know exactly how I did it.
And literally nobody knew about their relationship, not even their closest friends and families. During the first time people actually spot them together on a Super Bowl game, they have already been a couple for at least 3 months. And of course, some haters think their relationship is toxic because of some photos where they say Taylor is yelling at Travis. But I think she was just telling an emotional story. But there was one time when Taylor Swift shocked everybody. When she went to the Jimmy Fallon show, he asked Taylor to name as many different cat breeds as possible in under 30 seconds. And Taylor did something crazy.
See how many cats you can name in 30 seconds. And just do it. You can't. I mean, we have the time, right? We have a clock.
Let's do it.
Let's see how many cat breeds you can name in 30 seconds.
Okay.
Taylor Swift.
When is it? No, don't start it now.
No, don't start.
Wait till
Stop.
You have to say go. Sorry, I'm sorry. This is really serious.
Yeah, it really was.
Okay. You have to say when you say go.
When I say go, you already have your first one?
Yeah.
Okay.
She was taking this game way more serious than other celebrities, and her result was wild.
Get set, go.
Scottish Fold, Ragdoll, Ragamuffin, Maine Coon, British short hair, exotic short hair, American short hair, Devon Rex, Cornish Rex, Sphinx cat, Abyssinian, Persian, Siberian, Burmese, Norwegian forest cat, Ossa cat, Bengal, Bombay cat, Russian blue. Is there a British blue? Munchkin cat, a black cat, a calico cat, a cat that knocks pens off of desks. No!
This was hilarious, but during one of her shows, Taylor Swift noticed a fan dying in the crowd. One fan was about to pass out, and Taylor had to act immediately.
I would like you all the time. Will you help right in front of me, please? Right in front of me. Just gonna keep playing until we notice where it is. It's right there.
Taylor did her best to help paramedics find where this fan is, which literally saved this fan's life.
I'm just gonna keep playing till somebody helps them, and then I'm gonna keep singing this song. I don't think anybody's gotten to them yet, and they're gonna, because we're not gonna keep singing. We're just gonna keep talking about the people that need help in front of me. Just let me know when. I could do this all night. Okay, you're good? Awesome! God rest my soul.
Not only Taylor is the true professional, but she is honestly a superhero for this. But there was one moment that became the hardest for Taylor Swift and her family. Because in 2015, Taylor's mom Andrea was diagnosed with cancer. It was a shock for everyone in Taylor Swift's family, but luckily, Andrea got better. Everything changed in 2019, when she was diagnosed with cancer again, and this time, it was so much worse. Taylor Swift wrote a song about her mom fighting cancer, and her voice was trembling during the interview about it.
One song on the album called Soon You'll Get Better that I can't even really hear, I can't even listen to.
This round of treatment was very hard for Taylor, and she mentioned many times that it seriously impacted on her life decisions and her music career.
It's really interesting because I don't think I have written a song quite like that before, and it's just sort of like, it's just a tough one.
I can imagine, but I can also tell you, having listened to it, that it's universal.
It's just not something that we deal with until we have to, until we see it, until we experience it, until someone close to us is going through something like that. And so writing about it was really emotional, and I'm just gonna stop talking about it now.
Understand.
And even though Taylor is the most famous artist in the world right now, there is one celebrity who absolutely hates her, and it's Justin Bieber. Not only their relationship was already bad after Selena Gomez and Justin broke up, but one exact video made it 1,000 times worse.
You go, press it.
I don't want to.
Just do that one.
I'm watching was
Just press it. Come on. Right here.
Oh, hold on. What is that? That couldn't have been from that, though.
What's going on, you guys?
Can I talk to an adult, please? Do you live here?
Is there a person swimming in the water? So awesome.
Oh,
This is completely not okay. This is like,
We were at a beach house in Malibu.
Thank you. I believe in signs. This happened for a reason.
There was a boat that caught on fire.
You guys, I am so sorry. You guys.
Let me give you a hug.
Thanks for ruining my wedding.
Okay, there's a coast guard.
Thanks for ruining the best day of my life.
Is there anybody else?
Taylor wasn't acting there, and she was genuinely scared to death. This prank was absolutely the worst for Taylor Swift, and it was her second time asking Justin Bieber to stop doing this.
It took me an hour for the boat. Kidding. Yeah, I wonder who.
Hey, you just got punked. Taylor, you got punked.
you're the worst. You guys got.
Hey!
I'm sorry, but we had to do it. We had to do it. Look at this. We got you, Taylor.
It's been over 12 years since this prank happened, and there was not a single time Taylor and Justin were spotted talking to each other. They don't even take photos together anymore. But what if I told you that Taylor Swift is a really weird person? So here's a bunch of random weird facts about Taylor. Her IQ score equals 160, putting her in 0.1% of the smartest people on the planet.
The people who wanted it the least were the ones I wanted to date and be friends with in high school. The people who want it the most are the people I now hire to work for my company.
Taylor Swift also sold her handwritten cookie recipe on eBay for $200,000. This thing was DNA certified, proving that only Taylor could make it. After Taylor Swift started dating Travis Kelce, they became the 0.05% of the tallest couples on Earth because Taylor is 5'11" and Travis Kelce is 6'5". Taylor also likes to put some of her awards in the bathroom, like she has them on the floor, around the bathtub, and even on the walls. Taylor said that she wants to keep her guests motivated even when they're washing their hands. But the next thing is the weirdest, because Taylor Swift literally has a real fear of being jailed for a crime, and this is just wild.
They could frame you for any crime that you could go to jail for, and look at me, I wouldn't survive in jail.
But did you know that Taylor Swift owns the 6th most expensive earrings on the planet? Because these are $3.5 million earrings designed exclusively for Taylor by Lorraine Schwartz. They contain over 136 carats of natural purple sapphires and diamonds, with everything covered in the most expensive type of white gold on Earth. Taylor wore them to the 2023 Grammys, and she better be careful with them, knowing that she broke the $12,000 ring just a few days earlier. But this wasn't the only expensive jewelry piece from Taylor. She also owns a $900,000 diamond choker that she wore at 2016 Grammys. And she knew she's gonna make history this day, because she became the first woman on the planet who won the Album of the Year twice. Next, we got my favorite, and these are $1 million emerald earrings with a giant stone right in the middle of them. It wasn't enough for Taylor, and she topped it with the emerald ring too. But truly, the most expensive jewelry Taylor Swift owns is this Neil Lane diamond necklace. This thing alone cost $10 million, and Taylor was casually wearing it in one of her music music videos. This is her world, and we're just living in it. And Taylor Swift never talks about her parents Andrea and Scott, so here's their story in a nutshell. Andrea Swift used to be a marketing executive, but after Taylor was born, she became a full-time mom, completely focusing on raising her child. Scott Swift was a successful financial advisor, and even had a net worth of over $10 million before Taylor's career even started. When Taylor was just a child, her parents did everything to make Taylor a successful artist. When Taylor Swift turned 14, her entire family moved from Pennsylvania to Nashville just to support Taylor's music career. Taylor's dad was deeply involved in her business, and was even negotiating contracts and helping her during every single business decision. Taylor also has an older brother, and almost nobody knows it for some reason. And even though Taylor is probably the most famous woman in the world right now, her family always wanted to live their life on private. And a lot of Swifties literally beg Super Bowl to invite Taylor to their halftime show. But little do people know that Taylor actually denied multiple invitations and basically refused to perform there. According to sources, Super Bowl nearly begged Taylor to perform at the halftime show multiple times, including the last one with Kendrick Lamar. But Taylor said she simply doesn't need to perform at the Super Bowl right now, but would definitely like to do it someday. It's not the best moment right now for her to do that, because she's literally at the highest point of her career and has an ongoing Eras tour. Moreover, Super Bowl doesn't even pay any money to their performers, so it's much easier for Taylor to just continue her tour and sell out the biggest stadiums every single time, instead of getting any more exposure she'd get from the Super Bowl. And Travis Kelce will probably be playing, so Taylor would love to watch it instead of preparing to the show. So let me know what you think in Miss Beef with Kanye that lasts already for 15 years. But nobody talks how Taylor actually was a big Kanye fan before the VMA incident. You can clearly see how she's smiling while actually being so sad.
And what went through your mind when he came up and then they cut off the...
Well, I was standing on stage and I was really excited because I had just won the award, and then I was really excited because Kanye West was on the stage, and then I wasn't so excited anymore after that.
And Taylor, are there any hard feelings towards him?
I don't know him, and I've never met him, so.
So were you a fan before?
Yeah. It's Kanye West.
Are you still a fan? I take it now?
You know, I don't know him, and I don't want to start anything because I had a great night tonight.
But in another speech, Taylor revealed that the Kanye West's College Dropout was the first ever album she's bought in her life.
But something that you may not know is that Kanye West's album, College Dropout, was the very first album that my brother and I ever bought on iTunes when I was 12 years old.
Taylor said many times that making a song with Kanye was the biggest dream of her life, and she was absolutely devastated after Kanye betrayed her 2 times. And even after all this happened, Taylor still didn't say a single bad thing about Kanye publicly. She is the real professional for this.
You might be expecting me to say something bad about Kanye and how he ran up on the stage and ruined my VMA monologue.
Unfortunately, there was tens of times when Taylor Swift's heart was broken, but she actually loves to expose her ex-boyfriends in some of her songs. Like when her very first boyfriend, Joe Jonas, broke up with Taylor in a 25-second phone call, she decided to speak about it publicly.
I'm not even going to be able to remember the boy who broke up with me over the phone in 25 seconds when I was 18.
This guy was the first love for Taylor, and he left a really big scar on her heart. And a few years later, Taylor even wrote a 10-minute song about her another ex-boyfriend. This song is called All Too Well, and it's about Jake Gyllenhaal. Even though it's been over 12 years, people still have no idea why these two broke up. Another song is called Dear John, which was obviously about John Mayer. Taylor expressed her feelings of being hurt by an older man, and John is 12 years older than Taylor.
I like writing songs about douchebags who cheat on me, but I'm not gonna say that. In my monologue, I like writing their names into songs so they're ashamed to go in public, but I'm not gonna say that. In my monologue.
But there is one thing that makes Taylor a real professional. During one of the late night shows, she was getting disrespected by an interviewer who was about to start a really big drama.
You were very young. I think you were 15 or 16 years old.
Yeah. Oh, I was 14.
Here. 14 years old.
Yeah,
even
I was
more. By the way, the guy who threw you out of our show, the guy who you showed up to meet our music booker, you wanted to play a song for him, he said, "No, you may not play a song for me. Get out of our building," is standing right there. His name is Scott Igo. That's Scott. Scott, did it or did it not happen? Did that not happen?
Yeah, it happened, but not exactly like that.
But here's how Taylor responded. Everyone thought she's gonna start a beef with the security guard or even leave the interview, but nobody expected her real response.
I think of it like this. I think you probably would have gotten in more trouble with Jimmy had he wandered out and been like, why is there this random 14-year-old tiny child sitting here with a guitar case? What's happening here?
Not only she voiced the other person's perspective, but her response was very empathetic, which made her look very smart and kind at the same time. And everyone knows about Taylor Swift's private jet. Some people even attack Taylor because of how often she uses it. But what you didn't know is that there's actually 2 of them. Taylor owns 2 absolutely identical private jets, and each of them costs over $54 million. But spending over $100 million on the jets wasn't enough, because these things don't fly for free. The annual cost of flying on the jet like this is about $800,000. But that's not even the craziest part, because Taylor Swift also spends $1.4 million a year on something that called carbon credits. These are the things you can buy to pay environmental efforts to offset the damage from the private jets. So not only Taylor owns the most expensive jets ever, but she also cares about the environment, which is nice. And now we came to the most brutal thing for today, and it's Taylor Swift's bodyguards. If you think Taylor only has like a couple of them, you're gonna be wrong, because turns out there are over 20 bodyguards who secure Taylor on a daily basis.
Yeah, I've had a lot of stalkers show up to the house armed, so we have to think that way.
The entire roster vary from day to day, but usually there's over 10 of them following Taylor anywhere she goes. These bodyguards are presidential level of security, and according to sources, Taylor spends up to $3 million per year on their salaries. And the rules of being Taylor's bodyguard are extremely strict, because they have to be very careful, knowing there are tens of stalkers who keep getting arrested every week.
The 33-year-old has been lurking around the singer's townhouse in Tribeca for days.
But sometimes, not even elite-level bodyguards can protect you from some crazy fans, because this guy was literally trying to kill Taylor while she was performing on stage. But sometimes Taylor becomes enemies with the entire countries, because some of the presidents literally banned her songs in their countries. First is the Shake It Off song, which got banned from Australian radio forever for being way too popular. This was in 2015, and it got an entire Twitter standing for Taylor. But one time, the president himself banned Taylor, because since 2016, it is basically impossible to listen to Taylor Swift in China. First, she got her song I Did Something Bad banned, and later, the entire 1989 album got permanently banned too. The reasons are still unknown, and Chinese government has never commented the situation. But the next thing is truly heartbreaking, because Taylor Swift's diet almost put her into a real coma.
I thought that I was just like supposed to feel like I was going to pass out at the end of a show or in the middle of it. I thought that was how it was. And now I realize, no, if you eat food, have energy, get stronger, you can do all these shows and not feel it, which is really good revelation.
Not many people talk about it, but Taylor Swift has a real eating disorder, and she was starving for literal days even when she was performing on tour.
I was like, what are you talking about? Of course I eat, it's perfectly normal, I just exercise a lot. And I did exercise a lot, but I wasn't eating. And you can't. You just, I don't think you know you're doing that when you're doing it gradually. There's always some standard of beauty that you're not meeting. Because if you're thin enough, then you don't have that ass that everybody wants. But if you have enough weight on you to have an ass, then your stomach isn't flat enough. It's all just fucking impossible.
Taylor was about to cry talking about this, and I can't even imagine the pain she was experiencing there, and I really hope she's eating normally now.
It's not good for me to see pictures of myself every day, because I have a tendency, and it's only happened a few times and I'm not in any way proud of it, but I tend to get triggered by something, whether it's a picture of me where I feel like I looked like my tummy was too big, or like someone said that I looked pregnant or something, and that'll just trigger me to just starve a little bit, just stop eating.
But at number 2, there is not a single artist like Taylor who loves to help her fans. Besides giving water and stopping the show when her fans need help, Taylor sometimes goes even further. This little girl named Scarlett is only 9 years old, and unfortunately, she was diagnosed with stage 4 brain cancer, and the doctors only gave her 12 to 18 months to live. But this little girl only had one dream, which was to go to a Taylor Swift concert. Taylor was heartbroken when she discovered the story of this girl. She and her team spoke to Scarlett's parents, and they decided wanted to surprise her at the show. And what happened this day, Scarlett will never forget. You have to respect Taylor for this. And saving people's lives is everything for Taylor. She knows what it's like to come from nothing. There was tens of times when the whole world was against Taylor Swift, and she was coming back stronger every single time. For nearly 15 years, Taylor has been giving huge money to charity. In August of 2016, Taylor donated over $1 million to Louisiana flood relief, saving thousands of people's lives with the money she donated. In March 2020, she donated another $1 million to help people who were impacted by the tornadoes that destroyed hundreds of homes in Tennessee. Taylor kept saying that Nashville is her home, and the fact that so many people lost their homes is devastating to her. And it's not just about publicity. In April of 2020, she was secretly donating tens of thousands of dollars to random people affected by the pandemic. So Taylor isn't just a regular artist, she's honestly a hero.